Hi, my name is Martin Nieves for Cine Geek. I'm here with the director of the new movie, The Strangers Chapter 3, the director, Renny Harlin. Renny, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Glad to be talking to you.
So, first of all, congratulations. So, how do you feel about having your trilogy just about to come out, and especially doing three movies in a sequence?
It's been a huge challenge. It's been a journey that's taken 3.5 years of my life. I feel relief and I feel excitement that I finally get to show everybody what I was aiming for. What is the conclusion of these movies? What is the payoff?
Also, since this is your first full trilogy done, what did this from this experience? What did you learn? What say you say? I learned this.
Uh, I learned to map out very carefully the emotional and psychological and physical progress of the characters. When you're doing three movies together, you really have to always know exactly where you are. I actually made a chart about this of on what level we are in each scene, and I learned to really be careful with the pacing, how the movie is shot, how it's lit, every detail, so that I would make sure that we are always on the right track in each story.
Also, since in next month in March, gonna be your birthday, the 15th. So happy birthday early on.
Thank you.
So since you're seeing been such a filmmaker for so long, since I also like to talk to young filmmakers, especially here in Puerto Rico, what advice would you give them with all your expertise behind the scenes and to provide them? Because I think Puerto Rico and Latin America is growing cinematic. More pictures are coming from here, like also music, like Bad Bunny's been around the world. So, what can you advise if someone come to you and say, "Rainy, can you help me with this?"
That's great, and I know that that culture is really growing in Puerto Rico and in Latin America in general. And I my advice is simple: is figure out first what do you want to say, what's the story you want to tell, and it can be something personal and serious, or it can be a comedy, or it can be a horror thing, but figure out what is it that you want to tell and why what you are telling is different from somebody else's story or something that we've seen before. Because I can guarantee that the first idea that comes to your head, three other people already had that idea. So get rid of the first idea, get rid of the second idea, use the third idea, and then don't say, I don't have money, I don't have resources, I need help, I can't make it. If you have the passion and you have something to say, you can use your phone. You can, nowadays do things very economically. Use your friends, do it together. And if you have the skills, if you have the passion, you will come out. People will notice you. But just start honestly with something that you believe in yourself.
Also, since this trilogy of the Strangers, Madeleine is the predominant protagonist of the whole trilogy. What was you able to say one time that you asked her to do something that you were like kind of afraid of? She said no, but you asked her to do it, and she did such an amazing job that you impressed you and said this is the right choice.
Yeah, I think that it's with actors and your main leading actor. It's always the question: will they be able and willing to do physically what's needed in the part? Because in movies like this, the physical part is sometimes just as challenging as the mental part. And obviously, I'm not going to ask the actor to do anything dangerous. We have stunt people for that, but still, they have to stretch themselves and be willing to really give. And what was really special about Madeleine was that she wasn't afraid to really stretch herself, really put her into these situations. She wanted to do them herself, and wasn't afraid of getting, a little bit hurt along the way.
Well, Rainy, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Just to remind everybody that The Strangers Chapter 3 is going to be available on theaters this Friday. So thank you from Puerto Rico and great best of luck.
Thank you, Puerto Rico.
All
Thank you very
right,
much.
have a good one.